So we've got 2 weeks left of the month. Let's make sure we are making the most of them. So welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very simple journal exercise and some journal prompts which are great to do in your journal to create like a mid-month review or check-in. So as always, we're going to make this fun, we're going to make this creative, and all the stickers you see me using in this video as well as the journal are all available over on my website. All the links are in the description below as well. So I'm focusing this video on doing this review sort of mid-March, but you can do this at any point in the middle of any month, or at any point you just need to like refocus your energy and your intentions. The end of March though also signals the end of the first 3 months of the year, or the first quarter, and it's the perfect point to look back on the goals that we set ourselves at the start of the year or for the first 3 months of the year, and think about how far we've come and what we can do in the next 2 weeks to make progress or to achieve them. So like I said, you can do this at any point, but it's particularly good to do whenever you just need to have a bit of a refresh and sort of take a bit of a step back and refocus as well. So I'm a big fan of 3-month goals, so I find them really useful and really helpful in terms of getting us focused and making sure we're not too overwhelmed. And I have lots of other videos on this channel around this topic, as well as journaling and some journaling ideas that you can have a go with. So make sure you check those out as well. So first things first, anytime we review, we always start with the good. So we're going to firstly get into a positive mindset of thinking about our achievements or things that have gone well for us so far this month. Depending on the goals that you set yourself at the start of the year, you might be thinking about the progress you've made towards them, celebrating those little wins, or the fact that you've just taken some action towards them. Remember that so much of this and so much of achieving our goals is not just about the end result, it's about the journey. And I want you to really encourage you to reflect on those small things, and to also reflect on those moments where you pushed yourself outside of your comfort zone and going after that particular goal made you do things that maybe made you feel nervous or uncomfortable, and making sure that you celebrate that. So even if that action didn't end up sort of leading you to achieve that goal, or didn't help you make as much progress as that you wanted to make, actually celebrating the fact that you put yourself out there is definitely worth doing, and it's worth celebrating. So for example, you tried those weight machines at the gym even though you felt super self-conscious and that everybody was judging you, or you presented for the first time in a meeting when you felt really nervous, or you asked about the promotion even though you felt a bit scared. Even if those things that you just did haven't led to immediate results or haven't paid off yet, the fact that you did them, you got outside of your comfort zone, let's celebrate them and make sure you're just taking a moment to feel good about the fact that you did it. Okay, so we've now created a really nice space here that we can fill up with all of our achievements. I've been using the swashies as spaces where you can write in some of your top achievements from the last month, and I'm using my absolute favourite stickers here. You've probably seen me use these in a few other videos, but it's our ticks and trophies, and I absolutely love these. I keep one of these in my planner at all times just so I can add little trophies and little ticks next to things I've achieved or tasks that I've done. It's just so satisfying to use these, and they look great in your journals, look great in your planner, and they just make you feel really good. So definitely recommend that you use something like that here as well. Now we're going to have a think about what you can do in the next 2 weeks to move ahead and reflect a little bit about where you're at. So you might be thinking back to those goals that you set yourself either at the start of the month or the start of the year, whatever kind of goal setting period that you're in. You might be thinking that you're on track to meet your goals, which is great, or you might be way off, or you might be even overachieving. So if you're on track, could you stretch yourself a little bit more in the next couple of weeks? Could you push a little bit further and actually achieve a little bit more? And what would that look like? There are any action points you could take which are again outside of your comfort zone to keep stretching you. If you haven't managed to take much or any action at all on your goals, could this be the week that you start? So firstly, let go of any guilt you've got around having not started yet. Just let that go. Every day is a fresh start and think, right, I've got 2 weeks, what could I do? And do something, because doing something is always better than doing nothing. And if you have sort of overstretched yourself a little bit in your original goals, maybe you thought you could achieve a bit more than is actually possible or was realistic, that's okay. Sometimes if we've not done something before, it's really hard to judge how much we can actually achieve. But think about where you could get to in the next couple of weeks that would help you move closer or hit a milestone. Rather than trying to achieve the whole thing, just bring it back a little bit and go, based on what I now know, what could I actually get done and what could I do? After you've done that reflection, we're now going to get specific. So think about the action you're going to commit to taking. Maybe you've decided that you're going to go to the gym 4 to 6 times in the next 2 weeks. Maybe you're going to say, right, in the next 2 weeks, this is when I apply for that job, or I'm going to update my CV and get ready to apply in the next month. Maybe this is the month that you start your blog or your social media channel, or you commit to posting a certain number of times or writing so many posts. Decide on what you will commit to doing. And a top tip I have for you here is to write I will. So write down that this is a proper commitment to yourself, not I'll try or anything that you can mentally wriggle out of. You are writing this and committing it to yourself, so you can hold yourself accountable. And when we write something down, it gives it more legitimacy. It's not just something that we thought in our heads. We've actually written it down in our journal and there's kind of proof. Now, as a final step to all of this, we're going to get out of our journals and into your planner, or obviously if you plan in your journal as well, then you're going to head to your planning pages. So we've committed to what we're going to do. We've now got to decide when we're going to do it. So here's mine, and a quick plug for our goal planners, which you can see have been decorated with the same collection as well. These planners are made to help you find time for your goals. We set our goals, we break it down into actions each month in these planners. But in whatever planner you're writing in, writing something down, you're way more likely to actually go and do it, because you've made the commitment, and now you're saying, I'm going to do it then. I'm going to make time for myself. I'm going to make time for my goals, and I know the day and the time that I'm going to do it. Simple 4 steps to this little mid-month review. Reflect on your wins and your progress. Reflect on what you can do in the next 2 weeks. Make that commitment to yourself on the action that you'll take. And then final step, plan in when you're going to do it. This is only a 2-week period that we're focusing on right now. So hopefully you should know what you've got coming up, and you should be able to find that time to take that action. So I really hope you have enjoyed this journaling video today, and it's given you a few ideas of what you can do and what you can create in your journals. Please give this video a big old thumbs up and share it with anyone who you think will find this useful, so we can spread this knowledge to as many people as possible. And let me know in the comments as well what your goals are for this year and what progress you've made, or what have been some of your wins for this year so far. I would absolutely love to hear from you. So thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you all again very soon.